Dear students, in the last class we have seen the concept of reflection and refraction of the plane waves by a perfect conductor as well as by a perfect dielectric at normal incidence. Now, let us see some problems based on this concept. A UPW traveling in positive x direction in air strikes normally on the surface of a dielectric mu is equal to mu naught, epsilon is equal to 6.25 times epsilon naught. The amplitude of E is 10 volts per meter. Calculate the amplitudes of ER and ET and the power carried by each wave. So, just by seeing this problem, we can understand that the wave is propagating from air to a dielectric material. So, medium 1 is nothing but air, that means free space, and medium 2 means it is a dielectric material. So, as it is a free space, the intrinsic impedance eta 1 is equal to 377 ohms. Whereas for the medium 2, eta 2 is equal to root of mu by epsilon, that is equal to root of mu naught mu r by epsilon naught into epsilon r. Here mu is given as mu naught divided by epsilon means 6.25 epsilon naught. So, just this is equal to 377 square root of 1 by 6.25, that is equal to 150.8 ohms. 150.8 ohms. So, you know eta 1 and you know eta 2. Now, he is going to ask you the amplitude of E bar is 10 volts per meter is given to you, and is asking to calculate the amplitudes of reflected electric field intensity as well as the transmitted electric field intensity. So, if you want to calculate reflected and transmission, definitely you have to calculate your reflection coefficient as well as transmission coefficient. So, what is the reflection coefficient? Reflection coefficient gamma is equal to reflected field by incident field. This is ER by EI. Therefore, from this I can say ER is equal to gamma times EI. So, what is the reflection coefficient? Reflection coefficient gamma is equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 by eta 2 plus eta 1. That is equal to, what is eta 2? 150.8 minus 377 divided by 150.8 plus 377. Just if you simplify this, it will be negative because you are subtracting a big number from a small number, that is minus 0.4286. This is nothing but your reflection coefficient. At the same time, transmission coefficient tau is equal to 1 plus reflection coefficient gamma, that is equal to 1 minus 0.4286, that is equal to 0.5714. This is nothing but your transmission coefficient tau. Once the reflection coefficient and transmission coefficients are given to you, happily you can calculate your reflected electric field intensity. Therefore, ER is equal to magnitude of this is 0.4286 into, and EI has given as 10. Therefore, 4286. So, that is equal to 4.286 volt per meter. This is the reflected field intensity. Then what is the transmitted electric field intensity? ET is equal to, because ET by EI is equal to tau. What is the tau value here? That is 0.5714. Therefore, ET is equal to 0.5714 into 10, that is equal to 5.714 volt per meter. So you got both reflected component as well as transmitted component. Now he is asking you calculate the amplitudes of ER and ET, just now you calculated, and the power carried by each and every wave. So the power carried is nothing but so power is always given by average power of incident wave, because there are three waves, one is incident and other one is reflected, that is equal to half into EI square divided by eta. Then if you do this, half into what is EI square, 10 whole square divided by eta, that is incident is in eta 1 free space, that is 377, that is equal to 0.1326 watts per meter square. This is watts per meter square. Similarly, this is for the incident power, and for the reflected power, P reflected is equal to half into ER square divided by, so reflected power is also in the same medium because it is reflecting from medium 2 to medium 1. That's why you can say that it is equal to eta 1. Then if you substitute, it will be equal to 0.0244 watts per meter square. This is the reflected power. And power transmitted, average power transmitted is equal to half into ET square divided by, transmitted means medium 2, because the power is transmitting to the medium 2, therefore that is equal to, and if you substitute 0.1082 watts per meter square. So this is the way of actually calculating the powers, because you know very well the average power is nothing but half into E square by 2 eta. So what is the logic behind this problem? Very simple. Just you have calculated reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. Then you have calculated transmitted electric field and reflected electric field. Then you calculated the powers. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let us go for the next problem. In free space, z less than or equal to 0, a plane wave with h bar is equal to 10 cos of 10 power 8 t minus beta z into ax milliamperes per meter is incident normally on a lossless medium. Epsilon is equal to 2 times epsilon naught, mu is equal to 8 times epsilon naught in the region z greater than or equal to 0. Determine the reflected wave HR and ER and the transmitted wave HT and ET. Now, this problem is actually relating to two mediums here. One medium is free space and other one is lossless medium. So he has given here z less than or equal to 0, here z is equal to 0, and this is z less than or equal to 0, and here it is z greater than or equal to 0. This is, that means z greater than 0, this is z less than 0. So this medium is one, this is called free space, and the other medium is nothing but lossless medium. Lossless medium, that means probably it is a perfect dielectric medium. And here free space means you know very well, eta 1 will be equal to eta naught, that is nothing but 377 ohms. But whereas for the lossless medium he has given here eta 2 is equal to root of mu by epsilon, that is equal to mu he has given here as 8 mu naught divided by 2 times epsilon naught, that is equal to 2 eta naught, because 8 by 2 is 4, square root of 4 is nothing but 2, so 2 eta naught, and this is eta 1 is nothing but eta naught here. And he told that it is incident normally on a lossless medium in the region z greater than or equal to 0. Determine the reflected wave HR and ER. So he has given the incident wave HI in this medium. So that's why try to calculate what is beta here and what is beta here. So what is beta 1 here? Beta 1 is equal to omega by c is equal to, what is omega? Omega means you can say 10 power 8 divided by 3 into 10 power 8. C velocity means 3 into 10 power 8 means 1 by 3. Similarly, for this medium, beta 2 is equal to, it is a lossless medium, it is a perfect dielectric medium, that's why it is omega root mu naught mu r into epsilon naught into epsilon r. So that's why he has given here mu is omega into, mu means he has given here 8 mu naught, and epsilon means 2 times epsilon naught. So that is equal to omega by c, c means velocity of the light or otherwise v, 1 by root over mu naught and epsilon naught into root 16. So root 16 means it is 4. So this is equal to 4 into beta 1. This is equal to 4 into 1 by 3. Therefore, that is equal to beta 2 is equal to 4 by 3. So finally, beta 2 is equal to 4 by 3. So you know eta 1 and eta 2 and beta 1 and beta 2. And he has given here the incident magnetic field here. So what he has given? Incident magnetic field Hi is equal to some 10 cos of 10 to the power of 8t minus beta 1 into z, because he has given here in the free space. What is beta 1? 1 by 3 into z into Ax milliamperes per meter. He has given here like this. Now I can write down this electric field equation from this, because you know E and H relation. E by H is equal to, you know, this eta. So Ei by Hi is equal to eta naught. So for writing this equation for this electric field intensity, Ei is equal to, so Hi into eta naught. What is Hi into eta naught? Hi means 10 eta naught into cos of 10 to the power of 8t minus 1 by 3 into z into, this is millivolts per meter. And what is the direction of this? The wave is propagating in which direction? Z direction. And you know P is equal to E cross H. And magnetic field is in which direction? Magnetic field is in x direction. That means H place no Ax. What is the wave direction here? That is nothing but your Az. Then definitely Az will be equal to minus Ay cross Ax. That means it is in y direction, Ay direction. That too, it should be negative. So you got this Ei and Hi. You know how to calculate this Ei and Hi. Now, once you know this, then we can write the expression for reflected electric field intensity also. What is the reflected electric field intensity? Er is equal to, reflected electric field intensity is equal to minus 10 times E naught cos of 10 power 8t. Okay. Reflection is also taking place in the same medium. It is coming here and reflection is also in the same medium. That's why I can say it is beta 1, that means minus 1 by 3 into z, but the reflection direction will be opposite to this. Here it is in the positive z direction, but the reflected wave should be opposite direction. That's why it should be plus Ay millivolts per meter. After writing the incident components Hi and Ei, and we have to write now Hr and Er. For writing these components, initially we have to calculate the reflection coefficient. Gamma is equal to eta 2 minus eta 1 divided by eta 2 plus eta 1. Eta 2 means 2 eta naught minus eta naught divided by 2 eta naught plus eta naught. So that is equal to 1 by 3. So that is equal to the pi definition reflected by this is incident components. So what is the value of this reflector coefficient? Reflector coefficient is equal to ER magnitude is equal to 1/3 of EI. This is much more important for writing these reflected components. So for writing this reflected component, then I can write here ER is equal to reflected component ER is equal to, okay, what is the magnitude of this one? Magnitude of 1/3 of this. 1/3 of this means 1/3 of EI. So 1/3 of EI means you can say this is minus 10/3 E naught into cos of 10 power 8 t, okay, and this is the reflected coefficient, reflected component. This is incident component. They are opposite to each other. The wave is propagating in plus z here. Now for the reflected component, it is in the opposite direction, plus 1/3 into z into ay millivolts per meter. Then similarly, HR is equal to, you know, ER by HR is equal to eta. So this is nothing but eta naught in the same medium. So that's why I can say this is minus 10/3, because eta naught and eta naught will be cancelled. That is cos of 10 power 8 t plus 1/3 z into AX milliamperes per meter. So this is the way of writing the reflected components of E and H. Now finally, we are going to write the expression for transmitted components after calculating the transmission coefficient. So what is the transmission coefficient here? Tau is equal to 1 plus reflection coefficient gamma. Therefore tau is equal to 1 plus 1/3. This is equal to 4/3. So this is nothing but transmission coefficient means by definition this is ET divided by EI. Therefore, your ET transmission coefficient is equal to 4/3 into EI. This is the formula you have to use whenever you are writing your transmitted components. Okay. Now, for writing this transmitted component, then I can say ET is equal to what is the amplitude of this one? This is 4/3 of EI. 4/3 means minus 4 minus 10 into 4/3 eta naught cos of 10 power 8 t minus beta to z, because it is the second medium. Transmission means from this medium to this medium. So that is the reason you can say this is beta 2. What is beta 2? Beta 2 is nothing but you can say beta 2 is 4/3 into, and you can say this is into z into ay millivolts per meter. Millivolts per meter. So this is equal to ET is equal to minus 40/3 E naught eta naught into cos of 10 power 8 t minus 4/3 into z into ay millivolts per meter. Similarly, HT can be written as HT is equal to its magnitude. What is the magnitude of this one? You know, ET by HT, that means for the second medium it is equal to eta 2, that means 2 eta naught. So HT is equal to 40/3 into eta naught divided by 2 eta naught, and eta naught and eta will cancel, and this will be 20 times cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus 4/3 into z into AX milliamperes per meter. And the direction of HT is here positive, because you know HI is equal to 10 cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus 1/3 z into AX in the same direction. So that's why it is positive. Therefore, finally, your HT is equal to 20/3 cos of 10 to the power of 8 t minus 4 by 3 into Z AX milliamperes per meter. So for clarity, I can write the same expression here. HT is equal to 20 by 3 cos of 10 to the power of 8t minus 4 by 3 into Z into AX milliamperes per meter. So this is the way of writing the transmitted components of both E and H. I hope you have followed this. Very simple. Whenever the wave is propagating from one medium to other medium, first calculate eta 1 and eta 2. From this eta 1 and eta 2, calculate your reflection coefficient and transmission coefficient. Using those factors, you can write the equations for incident waves, reflected waves, as well as transmitted waves also. Okay, I think you have followed this problem. Thank you.